2. Got it. Got it. Good. Great. All right. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another Monday night open mic, the place we affectionately call the stay at home open mic. My name is Richie Marufo, and I am your host and project director of the Barbed Open Mic series. We are based out of El Paso, Texas. At least that is where I am streaming from. But because of the magic of the internet and Zoom, we are able to connect with people from all over the country, sometimes all over the world. This is a show that is open for all sorts of creative types. We do have a lot of poets and writers that tune in every week. But of course, we do welcome music, any type of creative thing. We've had dance, we have invited dancers to share routines. And as always, we have a pretty nice list. I look forward to bringing every single one of those people up, announcing them. And of course, you guys as an audience, you guys are a huge part of the equation, so thank you for tuning in. If you're already listening in on the live stream, I want to thank you. As I always say, you're a real one because you were waiting for us to go live. We did have a little bit of a late start today. That happens, we had our green room. We had to gather poets. We had to gather performers, but we're here. If you're not familiar, an online mic is just an online platform where anyone can sign up and get called up to perform, do their thing. Each performer gets 5 to 7 minutes to do their thing. Of course, you don't have to use all that time. You're more than welcome to, of course. Just kind of be conscious if we have like a really full list, we keep that in mind. More importantly, though, as I mentioned, it is a platform, so I do encourage everyone to share their contact and like ways in which you can support their work. So if you're watching, go, it's free to follow people online and support their work, to like their stuff, to share it, because the more people get to see it, you might be giving them an audience that's or maybe someone needed that inspiration. They needed to hear that thing. We have a pretty diverse group, as always, writing about anything and everything. So I would say it is a free speech zone. We just we stop at hate speech, so none of that. We're usually pretty good, and we ask everyone just to respect the mic. We don't take the mic from each other or stage time. That's all good. But without further ado, we got peeps joining us from all over. I'll try my best to announce where they're joining us from. And if you guys are live with us, just type in the chat. What are some lines that stuck out to you? What made you, feel something? Maybe shock or comfort or maybe some cognitive dissonance. Did you learn anything? I don't know what just remains with you. What shook you a little bit in your soul? Or just things you liked. Okay, just put fire emojis, all that stuff. We love to hear your input. Without further ado, though, really quick, yes. Also, front office stuff. If you guys do want to participate in the future, all you have to do is sign up. The sign up list can be found pretty much on all of our social media pages. So you can just look up Barbed Wire Open Mic or BWOMS, BWOMS. I'm pretty sure if you type in Barbed Wire Open Mic, we will show up. You can follow us also on this YouTube channel. If you're not already subscribed, you can actually go and hit the little subscribe button down there. I think there's a little button on the video, as well as like a red button a little further down. You can click on that. When you do that, every time I upload a new live stream video ahead of time, it will say, the date, it's coming soon, and you can click on the bell to be notified each time those are uploaded. In the description of that video is usually the sign up link. We also have a link tree, and we post in other places. This was a busy weekend, so I kind of slacked it this time from getting out, but people found their way. Anyway, enough of that. Let's go ahead and get to our awesome performers. As always, we just encourage you guys to show lots of love. So if you're on the Zoom call with us right now, there are plenty of ways to give that kind of feedback. The chat is a great way to go. And again, if you're on our YouTube stream, definitely encourage the chat as well. So without further ado, let's go and kick things off. We're going to start today in Denver, where we have the awesome Mike Sindler, who is one of our poetic lighthouses. And of course, as always, encourage him to share his spiel of the Poet's Lighthouse. Go ahead and take it away, Mike.
Hello. Yes, indeed. LighthouseWriters.org. Everybody check it out. All kinds of wonderful events and workshops and classes and anything. If you care about writing and want to work on your craft, it's a great place to do it, no matter where you are in the world. I'm going to start off with this one. Here we are at the very tail end of Black History Month, so I wanted to get this in while I can. It's called Pretend to Know. I cannot pretend to know your pain, to feel the history you hold strapped across your bent shoulders, your skin itself a warning sign of victimhood, indelible excuse inciting the ignorant to violence. I cannot pretend to feel the 1,000 daily pricks as eyes cut with unwarranted suspicion, the sense of being surveilled with each step, the knowledge that you need not give pretense of intent to end up silenced forever by authority's smoking gun, bullet justified by fear, perpetrator excused because color equals danger. I cannot pretend to have been turned down over and over for jobs, for loans, for housing, for a seat at the table of justice, over and over and over, surrounded by red line districting, pinning your potential into lot block food deserts, overtaxed and underprotected, where buses stop running in early evening. I cannot and will not pretend that this recitation of what I see and hear is equal to experience. I can walk away, my privilege dragging behind like a long shadow at dusk, smug in my illusion of understanding, my pale attempt at empathy, while you shake your head with mixed disdain and pity, half happy to have an ally, half ignored to know how often alliance is only skin deep when the upper hand is asked to level itself in balance and lose leverage's advantage. I do not know much, but I know that I do not know much. I cannot, I will not pretend to know your pain. And do another one that I've been working on this one for years, still not really happy with it, but it's called How Goes the War? How goes the war? The widow asked, eager for any news. A young lad answered, long live the king, now running down those that dare rise against him. They run scared like bleeding ewes from fields in full retreat. That's the word about the town. How goes the war? The widow asked, eager for any news. The drunkard deep in his cups cried, all we hear are lies. In battle and diplomacy, victories are but a ruse. Dead men are but pawns, the real game's hidden from our eyes. How goes the war? The widow asked, eager for any news. A foreign cavalry troop rode forth with dreadful sight. The sneering leader spoke, behold your supposed Zeus's severed head. Your troops lie dead, war is over, quit the fight. How goes the war? The widow asked, eager for any news. Did not you hear? They wailed in reply, we've lost our king, yet there will be no peace. It is not our fate to lose. I speak now of the next, she cries. War never really ends. How goes the war? The widow asked, eager for any news. And death itself spoke in her ear with words of gentle peace. Don't worry about the war to come. Your own exit is in view. Thus I grieve in advance, she said, and with him took her leave. And I was hoping I would dig up something good in the way of some Ukrainian poetry, and obviously there is a lot of great stuff, and I didn't find what I was looking for, so I thought I would just go back and put on that and go with the great Wilfred Owen again. And this is an anthem for doomed youth. What passing bells for these who die as cattle? Only the monstrous anger of the guns, only the stuttering rifles' rapid rattle can patter out their hasty horizons. No mockeries now for them, no prayers nor bells, nor any voice of mourning save the choirs, the shrill, demented choirs of wailing shells, and bugles calling for them from sad shires. What candles may be held to speed them all, not in the hands of boys, but in their eyes, shall shine the holy glimmers of goodbyes. The pallor of girls' brows shall be their pall, their flowers the tenderness of patient minds, and each slow dusk a drawing down of blinds. Thank you very much.
All right. No, thank you. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, you got to share some of that stuff you found. I'm curious, some of that Ukrainian poetry. Cool, man. And of course, lighthousewriters.org. Do you have any features or anything coming up? Any readings at all?
Not in the immediate future, but I'll definitely let you know. Just finished finally getting my part of the film into Finn Hall for a film that he's doing at Ginsberg's Howl, featuring 60 poets from all around the world, doing it as a group thing.
Well, that's pretty cool. That's awesome. Look forward to that. Yeah, let us know more info on that when you have it, when you know more. Appreciate that. Thank you, Mike. All right, so we're gonna keep going, guys. Snap it up, snaps from Mike. Clap it up, make some noise. You can get wild in the Zoom screen as well. Those of you at home as well can rock out in your living rooms. Just want to support. Okay, let's keep it going. We are gonna go from Denver to Maine, and as always, gotta give props to our main man. That's right, it's time to welcome to the stage Generalissimo. As always, take it away, my friend. Rocking a nice hat, by the way. All you guys are rocking strong hat games. I'm loving it.
Thank you very much. The first poem that I'm going to do was from Nick Paleologos's Tumble Words last Saturday. It does not have a title yet. When I get accused of turning a microphone into a megaphone, it is usually because my internal volume control is defective. I am a terrible whisperer. I cannot read lips or lip sync talk so someone else can read my lips. I probably wouldn't make it too far on RuPaul's Drag Race as Ms. Irina Mezzanina. But sometimes people read a message into my poetry that never existed in my thought process, as if my subconscious activated its megaphone without my permission. As a victim of non-consensual subconscious poetic megaphone activation, I can tell all other victims of NCSPMA they don't have to be victims, they can be survivors. Or they can just accept that the subconscious of a poet has a megaphone that gets turned on every time the poet picks up a pen. And then the next poem, bear with me. Is called Nobody Knows Nothing Anyway. Some people claim they know all the facts. Some people claim God gave them the axe. Some people claim they know the world like the backs of their hands. Some people just bury their heads in the sand. Some people claim they know all the answers, but never give answers away. Nobody knows nothing anyway. Some people won't kiss unless they can kiss and tell. Some people worry they'll end up in hell. Some people got pushed off cliffs and some fell. Some spent many a night in seedy motels. Some people don't like their lives so they sell their souls away. Nobody knows nothing anyway. Some people live, sleep, and eat in the streets. Some people do whatever they please. Some people eat lobster and beluga caviar. Some people just ride around in their Mercedes-Benz cars. Some people serve other people food from sterling silver trays. Nobody knows nothing anyway. Some people always wanted to be class clown. Some people lost the desire to clown around. Through Jesus, Elvis, or Buddha, some people get found. Some people scream loudest without making a sound. Some people run round and round in circles every single day. Nobody knows nothing anyway. Some people live life for yesterday. Some people live life all work and no play. Some people live life like tomorrow is the end. Some people live life in a world of pretend. Some people like life the way it is, or so they say. Nobody knows nothing anyway. And this is called Chicago. The car broke down halfway to Chicago. Winter wind was blowing, no snow was snowing, so I stuck out my thumb, not knowing what was to come. Took a magic carpet ride, absent magic, and the windy city wasn't quite as pretty as I thought it would be. I rode the road home fast and free through rain, snow, and sleet. My feet got soaked, but they always seemed to know how to find their way back to dry and clean. The car wasn't mine, so it must have been a sign that the sun don't shine for only me. After all, flowers gotta grow, wind will always blow, and people will sing songs no one else will know. Others will write poems no one else will read. Some poems will never find their way to paper, lost in thought streams of poets treading water through their thoughts. Some say a poem is just a poem, a song is just a song, the world is what it is, and life goes on and on. But every thought may be a poem, and every poem on a page may be a song that sounds like a dream. Dreams happen when we sleep, even happen when we're awake. The daytime sun always shines when somewhere else the moon and tides align. I'm always swimming through my thoughts because they get tangled in the air I breathe. This is why when life starts making sense, my senses take their leave. I believe the car was a metaphor without a meaning, and every poem I think up is an open door I can choose to close or just walk through. After all, flowers gotta grow, and wind will always blow, but a poem is never just a poem. A song is never just a song, and Chicago will always be Chicago. And I will do one more poem called Boy King Seizes. Patsy Jean Little was the English teacher queen on the 6th grade scene when Rumpelstiltskin's king had a seizure over the school intercom. The king was saved by a coach and EMTs, whisked away by ambulance, and not seen for another week. When he came back to school, certain kids didn't act so cool. They danced around in circles and sang, "Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies. When will he spaz out again? When will he spaz out again?" This was no way to treat a king, but he was just an 11 3/4-old kid that didn't know what happened, what everyone saw. He didn't know until he was 23 years old that the seizure was the fault of Ritalin, a medicinal obscenity solution for hyperactivity with a 0.02 chance of side effect seizures. In some ways, he never lived it down. Kids can be mean intentionally, but ignorance has a voice of its own, a voice that spreads information across multiple cell phones with the touch of a button. Mrs. Little hugged the boy king upon his return and told him to hold on to who he is and know he will always just be himself. He managed. It was all soon yesterday's news. Thank God social media and cell phones didn't exist in 1977. Thank you, everyone.
All right. Yes, as always, feel free to make some noise, unmute yourselves, clap it up, make some movement for Generalissimo. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you so much, Generalissimo, for the reading.
Woo!
You read one of my poems from the workshop.
That's right,
happy.
fresh.
What a workshop it was.
You shit.
From Mr. Nicholas Taylor Logos, yes.
Yeah, I was telling Nick, I hope that those of you who attend get to share. If you feel confident enough in that piece to share some of that content, I hate to have missed it. But yes, that was also perfect timing. Nick got into the call just as you were starting that one. I love that kind of timing. And really quick, before you go, Brian, Generalissimo, tell for the uninitiated, can you tell us about Café Generalissimo, your book, and just, what we can look forward to maybe
Oh, yeah.
this week? What you got going on?
I have, well, my next feature isn't until I want to say the 16th of March, and that's going to be in one ear in Chicago. So I don't really have, but Cafe Generalissimo is the first and third Monday at from 5:30 to 7:45 p.m. Sometimes it runs a little late. And I can put all that. I don't have my information up. I'll have to pull it up right now to put it in there. And I do have a book, Everything I Think Is All in My Mind, which is available through me. Anyways, and right now that's about it. So I will let you get back to the rest of the wonderful poets that we have coming in.
Right on, man. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yo, speaking of tumble words, this Saturday, tune in and we're gonna have my good friend Carlos Fidel Espinosa leading the workshop. His book, How to Lie to a Customs Agent, is the recent winner of the Southwest Book Award. So that's pretty cool stuff. He's a good friend. I actually got to hang out with him this weekend and party, probably a little too hard, but it's always great to catch up with him. I know he's really looking forward to it, and I know a lot of you guys have not had a chance to meet him, but hopefully you guys get some good writing. I think I'll be able to attend. I think I'm gonna cancel whatever I have that day so I can go. And also I'm gonna be teaching. I'm gonna be leading a Tumble Words workshop in April, so be on the lookout for that. I know Robin is as well, who's in the meeting. Yeah, shout out to Tumble Words. Got to keep those writing muscles flexed. All right, cool. Let's go and keep going. We're going to go ahead and move on to South Euclid, Ohio, where we're going to get a little cosmic join. I'm going to get, I got my background too in Unity. Let's go ahead and welcome Doc Janning back to the stage. Doc, how are you today, man?
Oh, existing.
Great.
I spent the day at the library and wound up teaching one young lady a little bit of poetry and writing 3 poems myself. But this first poem is, it was written actually for the anniversary of 9/11, but it's very apropos to what is happening in Ukraine. You will hear aircraft and remember, think of them, their quotidian lives, how the dome of sky was clear and blue, and time as it was stood still. That day changed all for them, their last. The sky roiled, flaming, black and gray, leaving us with shadows and memories. Chimera of time, an indigo velvet veil masking the mouth of infinity and chimera of time, a cacophony of stars' tears, breathed and unbreathed on uncharted seas of love, are touched by your soul and the music of thought, revealing the why behind the why. This is a golden shovel style poem based on a line by Joy Harjo in her book An American Sunrise. The line is, "What are we without winds becoming words? What are we? We look to our past for what we do not know or are. Are we looking into a future we cannot find, cannot see without our history, and thoughts become winds or sounds of those winds becoming written, spoken words." And I will finish with Songs of Time. Winter pulses through days and nights of cold, ice, and snow. thinking always of spring, waiting over endless horizons. Beyond summer and autumn, waiting their turns in love before winter comes again. A progression, ever changing, of years and decades, centuries and millennia, as one melts into the other in songs of time. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Doc. Awesome. Awesome. And I know that you are in charge of some reading series as well. Like, what do you have
Nice.
coming up?
Well, in in March, on the 20th of March, I have Awanites, and my featured reader is going to be a young lady from Malaysia. Her name is, hold on a second, I'll get it. Shoot. Oh, Juliana Heng. I heard her the other night and she's absolutely spectacular. And she consented to join us. So come on down. And I am going to be featured reader at, I believe, 3 different events this coming month. So just going a little bit nuts.
You know what, man? You have to go for it. Do it. You know, go a little nuts. Thank you,
And
Doc.
on top of it, just today, I was told I am to perform some of my poetry for Arbor Day, the end of April, at an Arbor Day ceremony.
Oh yeah. Is there a poet
And then I have to start thinking about poetry for all the national holidays that are coming up. So,
Excellent. That's as it goes with the duty. Appreciate you, Doc, for coming on. Thank you.
Thank you.
How many of you guys are familiar with this kind of? Never mind. I'm doing what I do sometimes when I teach. Like I start thinking about something else and I go off on a tangent. Bring it back. We all do this. But yo, if you are in El Paso and want to check out any of our open mics, you're more than welcome to join us. We are doing live shows. In fact, tomorrow we are having a open mic at Mona Bar and Art in downtown EP. Come check it out. I love Mona. It's a cool little hangout. I've been going there just to hang out anyway, outside of the mics, but come through and do your thing. Yeah. Also, be on the lookout. There are some poetry showcases this month as well. I've got another jazz and poetry night. I'll be posting about that on my personal. Oh, dang! I have my personal stuff up here. Yeah, so I'll be posting on my Instagram page there, or if you follow me on Facebook, it's just my name. You just type it in and look for this mean mug right here, or this smug mug with my mug. Anyway, let's keep it going. I do want to give a shout out to my friend Farbion. He's out of Brooklyn. He's actually originally an El Paso, and he grew up in El Paso, but he's been living in Brooklyn now for more than a decade with his wife. He signed up to perform, and he has performed at least once here before. He couldn't make it tonight, but he's gonna try again pretty soon. He's doing some really great work in education and in the world of hip hop and lyricism and kind of like the elements centered around hip hop. So he's doing cool work. He'll probably come back soon on the stream. But for now, let's go ahead and get back to the show. Sorry for the commercial interruptions. Let's go ahead and go to Pittsburgh, where I know that Vale did a really great feature, and as always, killed it. Let's go ahead and welcome back to the show the force that they are, Vale Larkin. What's up? How you doing tonight?
Good, how are you?
Excellent, thank you. Nice hat.
Thanks. I made it a few years ago and I just found it because I'm moving. Bomb threat. Sticks and stones, as they say. The word trigger is defined as the component responsible for transmitting the signal of ignition to an explosive device. My first childhood memory is of my innocence ripping, like being torn into reality. The word made flesh. I was 2 years old. My mother was not home. Words conjure ghosts. They haunt us. To warn someone is to give them advance notice of an upcoming event or situation potentially hazardous in some fashion. It in no way prevents the event or situation from proceeding as planned. When I was 11 years old, my mother ran in my room, said he had a gun, and hid in my closet. He walked in, smiling like he never stopped. I lied through my teeth, inside still as corpses. I was proud of this for many years, my fearlessness. I knew I was not loved, no one between me and my own bullet. Have you never bled from the cut of a verse? Language can be acid that eats through your heart. If I were to censor something creative, I would seek to restrict, revise, redact, prohibit, or destroy it. To describe a poem, a painting, or a photograph of a small girl has nothing like the same effect. When I was 12, the preacher's daughter and I slept over every weekend night. They did not bother us so much when we were together. When I was 13, a college boy wanted to date me. My parents approved, in spite of myself. He raped me whenever he was home from school. When I was 14, the teacher hired me to clean his apartment. I don't remember the rest. If language truly breaks no bones, if words bring no blood, how is it you feel so much? Empathy is the ability or willingness to accept another's experience as just as real, just as rabid and raging as yours. It is the willingness to hold someone's pain long enough to allow them a moment to ease it. When was the first time you remember being used? If you feel sick or angry or saddened or grieved, and you've never been broken like some have been broken, imagine reaching your wounds out for life-giving art and grasping on razor blades by surprise. If I thought it would show you, I would read you this poem with spikes through your eyes. Experience, it seems, is ever essential to understanding.
Awesome. That was great. Loving lines. I don't know if you had another one. Don't want to interrupt or keep that flow.
No, that was it for me. Thanks.
Okay, cool. So really quick before we move on, how can people tuning in like follow your work and support you and if you want to give a shout out to anything you have coming up?
Yeah, I'm Linktree Vale Larkin, Instagram at Vale Larkin. Those are my two poetry pages. And the Linktree has links to my YouTube and stuff like that. I am moving in a couple weeks, so I don't have a lot planned right now because I'm sort of in the middle of packing. So I do have a workshop that's going to be coming up in the next few months, but yet to be determined. Got a couple offers for places to put it, but I'm not sure where I'm putting it yet.
Right on. Cool. As always, thanks for joining us on this Monday and hope you have a good move. You know, again, you're rocking that hat, one of the unattended results of just finding stuff when you're moving. It's always kind of neat stumbling across things like, oh, that's where that is. That's where that was. Or even like, I forgot that even existed. So that's pretty cool. So that's a good, maybe there's a poetry prompt in there somewhere, you know. All right, yo, let's keep going. Speaking of poetry prompts, I've heard nothing but praise. He led Tumbleweed's workshop this weekend, and he was nice enough to share some of that, share that with me afterwards since I couldn't make it, and I know he did that for a couple of others. He's just so kind in that way and so giving, and he does so much for our online poetry communities. You know, we all love and respect him. He kills it as host when he guest hosts, not just here but anywhere. Let's go ahead and welcome to the stage Nick Paleologos. What up, man?
Oh, what up? I'm doing well. You know, everything is everything right now. You know, I'm still basking in that workshop. That was some great stuff right there that came out of there, and I can't wait to hear what everyone else has to say about that. You know, it was really awesome. If you missed it and you're like, oh, I want to get some in on that, so just my name right there is on Facebook, and you can also message me on IG at the real Nick P right there, and I'll just gladly send you the stuff and everything. So, yeah. I'll do. We'll see if we have time for a third one. I'll do two. This first one is actually from my workshop, and I don't have a title for this one. You're catching on to my words, like flies to paper. I am the cures for the curse that plagues you. I am the edges of lightning, sharp mind as icicles. I am passion in my fists of fire, the desire. I am the amplifier that makes microphones into megaphones, a revolution of words that makes planets fall off course. I am your Jersey Jesus. I am the impossible that makes miracles possible, probable, definite, and commonplace. That was one. This is a new one that I've been working on. This one's called 21 Questions That I've Wanted to Ask My Ancestors. I read this at the New Yo earlier. Were there any victors in the wars of the past? History textbooks don't teach the whole story. How many relatives, loves, and friends have you lost to war? For all of you have been on the winning and losing sides. You have avoided or probably witnessed genocide before in the early 1900s and possibly earlier. Have you seen anything like you've seen in Ukraine? Or like the atrocities of what the world has experienced? How did you help? What can I learn from you? Did you stand back and watch? Did you fight? Did you observe the patterns of the people in charge? Did you call for peace? Will you bestow your wisdom upon me, upon us? Will you be able to communicate with the leaders and stop the madness? Have you wanted something like this? Have you made money off of this in your era? What have you done? Have you watched a garden bloom from a battlefield? Have you watched trees bloom from missiles? Have you watched arrows become birds? Have you seen love in the shape of swords? Have you tried to stop it? Because I don't know what I can do to end it all. When can you get back to me? Because time isn't on our side. All right. And this is my beautiful, beautiful book right here, Ad versus Reaction. You can also buy that. Just DM me for the copy and everything, and we'll talk about that and everything. And for my last one tonight, I'll do this one. It's a... Actually, no. I haven't done this one in a while. This one's called Escaping Asylum. You ever try to escape Asylum? It's barbed wire and concrete crushed and compressed against your chest. It's a million paper cuts without a first aid kit, let alone some Neosporin. Insides are burning with anxiety, with bullies staring at you, analyzing your every move, without a guard in sight. Trapped in a concrete jungle, the map is envisioned. There is an indecision to make that first incision to escape. Concrete turns to crystal prison. No longer is this a prison. Dig for the escape route. With a rusty spoon in hand, claw out light to grasp it for what feels like centuries. No longer handcuffed, ball and chained, you shaw and shank for redemption from the life sentence that has been cast down. By a gavel of corruption, bring on the disruption. Torment has no hold of you. Society is right on the outside. Prison was not holding you back. It was only yourself. And that's all for me today, everyone. Thank you all for listening, and thank you all for who came to the workshop and who wants the prompts and everything. Like I said, you can always just DM me. That's my name, Nick Paleologos, or you can also message me on the Real Nick P on IG. And if you don't have that, by the way, I could just drop my email in the chat, and if you want it, like I'll definitely like just provide it for you. Like it was a really great workshop, and I don't want this to just sit back and everything like that. I want to give it to people, you know. And I also have ways if you want to like throw me a little something too as well. I have my PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo handles I'll drop in the chat too as well. And we also got to talk soon, Richie, because like I messaged you the other day saying that I got to come back and guest host sometime. So we'll talk about that soon.
Absolutely, man. You know it, and I'm all for it. I was doing the Hulk Hogan listening taunt right now when you were shouting all that stuff. Oh, by the way, you always have really dope backgrounds, but this one just hits. It's chef's kiss. Wow, this virtual background, it works.
Oh yeah, this church background. I love this one. And speaking of that, March 4th, I'm doing Vivacious Church with PGN on IG. That'll be 7 o'clock. The 2nd, I'll be doing Poetry Time with Nick P. That'll be 9:15 EST, and then I'll also be hosting another workshop. So if you want to go check me out another one, Poetry Games with Finn Bell. It's going to be Emotivate. It's going to be very interesting how we're going to do this one. So can't wait to see y'all. I'll drop my info in the chat. Thank you, everyone.
Absolutely. Drop it in the chat. All right. Awesome. That was the enigmatic, dynamic Nick Paleologos, the man of many Nick names, because he's Nick. Appreciate that. Awesome. Speaking of co-hosts, I want to give another shout out to Ron Mark Thompson, who did such a great job last week hosting. I know that he can't make it tonight. I know he signed up, but he shot me a message that he can't make it. It ran a little late today, the New Rican, and so sometimes you just gotta rest. So if you're watching, Ron, thank you again. My gratitude for last week. I really do enjoy getting to have other people take the realm that I can trust and have their own style and are so welcoming. That's kind of one of the main points I think that I like to see. So, if you guys did miss that, go check it out. It is on YouTube. And again, if you do want to sign up, there's still a little bit of room. We have the sign up link. You know where to find it. It's online. Barbed Wire, social media, our YouTube channel. In fact, this very YouTube video, there is a link that you can click on in the description to sign up if you are interested. I always tell people, liquid courage, after you've had a drink or two, maybe you'll feel like performing. So I don't know what you're drinking at home, but cheers. Shout out to Ron Mark Thompson as well, again. All right, let's go ahead and we visited Nick in Jersey, and we're going to stick around in Jersey because we have Terry Rose Jetson up next. Terry, what's going on? Welcome back to the show. Hey.
I am, oh my gosh, so tired. I worked today, my first day back since the car accident I go visit clients. I actually had to go pretty far today for me. I didn't get home until 5, so I'm beat. But, it doesn't stop me from tuning in and listening. And if I get a chance, read something. So this is from Nick's workshop too. Thank you, Nick. And so this was the megaphone prompt. The prompts were, I am the impossible, fire, fist, cures, curses, microphone into megaphone. My pen has become a megaphone to whatever I am feeling and screaming about. Injustice through my ink. Previously, my mouth was overcome by those who shouted louder, drowning out my pleas. I am the impossible, become probable through these scribblings of fire. Cursed fist shaken at, megalomaniacs, world leaders, misuse of power. The cure is the systematic takeback of authority which was stripped away from us. And another one from the workshop. I can't remember a time when I did not feel insecure, rejected, or humiliated, so much so that I perceive this victimizing behavior of other subhumans to be my new normal. I am powerless to the hateful threats of them who many therapists and sponsors have verbalized. I remain perplexed as how to proceed, filled with black emotions, the dead colors rising to my face, and in an empty carrying case that once held my stolen Pentagon heart, I'm on a mission to reclaim the buried treasure of these pirate patrons. So there was a lot of prompts in that one. And I was going to read one about my dog, of course. I got to read this one about my dog. Through Violet's eyes. My dog's name is Violet. I can only imagine the love that my spotty buddy feels for me on a daily basis. She comes running whenever she hears my footsteps. She searches for me to appear from behind the blanket that I have hanging in front of the doorway to keep in the heat. When I finally do appear, the excitement shows in the wagging, nonstop wagging of her tail. She gives me the most adoring eyes, and I melt. She knows she can get whatever she wants from me, jumping up on her hind legs as if to start a dance with me. Where I go, she will follow. I am her human. In Violet's eyes, I can do no wrong, even when I tell her to be quiet, when she's protecting the territory, when she hears someone at the door, when the vet comes to visit, when the gas man comes into the yard to read the meter and gets chased out by her barking and terrifying behavior to someone who doesn't know her. In Violet's eyes, she has done her job. She kept out the intruders. Through her eyes, I see her unconditional love. Wet kisses, waggy tail, her loyalty will never fail. And that's all I have.
No, awesome. I mean, we need more like puppy poetry. You know, we need more shout out to the pets and dogs. Nice job, Terry. Do you have anything you want to shout out really quick?
I'm going to be doing on March 12th. I've been trying to send all my information, promote it out on Instagram. It's a poetry game night on Rayanne's the Forever 7. She's a promoter, and I think I'm doing that with. I think originally I was supposed to do it by myself, but somehow I got the idea in my head that we were doing it, which I was doing it with Cancion. So I did all this promotion with Cancion, and then I found out she just had me doing it. My hair's so wild, it's going crazy tonight. So I'm going crazy too. So I just blame it on everything. I just got hit in the head like really hard recently in a car accident. So if I'm messing stuff up, that's why. But it's a convenient excuse,
No.
but it's also my reality.
Well, okay, but if you are really feeling things, though, we should look into that. But we hope you are doing well in recovery from that.
I do have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. I am going to see a neurologist. I am going to get tested, so I will
Okay,
pass
good,
on
good.
whatever info I get from that lovely visit, I'm sure. But thank
That's
you
right.
thank you for all of you for your concern. I
Yeah.
hope I'll be all right. I think. Just pray for me.
Absolutely, we will keep you in our minds.
That's
like
right.
last week, you showed up. And you're like just casually threw that out there. Yeah, I was in a car accident. Um, so thankfully it wasn't as severe, but hopefully it goes well on that. Thank you so much, Terry Rose, as always, for joining us and getting the chance to share some stuff as always.
Thank you for having me.
Cool, awesome. Also, quick show note. We did have La Tormenta added to the list, so she'll be up in a few. I'm gonna just message some things here, but we're gonna go ahead and go to Cali really quick. Not really quick. We're gonna go to Oakland, California, where D. Allen, who has been here before, and of course, has some new books out. We got to hear about that last time. But D, welcome back to the show. Go and take it away. All right. I don't know what to do when the camera hangs on me for so long. All right, there you are. What's up, man?
So I'm just going to do 2 poems tonight, both new. First one is called Domino Effect. Tammy Sawyer, another famous woman from Tennessee, met her biggest adversary in a park, sized him up good with tearful eyes. Slave trader, Confederate Army general, the first Klansman, Nathan Bedford Forrest. Something had to give. Correction, some things. Tammy Sawyer made loud, sufficient noise in her hometown of Memphis in marshaling together youth and elders and removing the toxicity of ages, graven blight, cleared the pedestals once and forever of racist trash. The South shall rise again, rednecks curse. The South have lost again, anti-racist curse back. Tammy Sawyer knew, as her allies did, that rule by fear must end, starting when certain venerated idols ceased to stand. A single push toppled over one. Then the rest fall like bronze and stone-carved dominoes. That first poem was called Domino Effect. And the last one is deeply personal. This one's called Foxy. You never forget your first infatuation. Mine's was the big thing decades before other honeys entered the picture. Soul cinema action queen, did her own stunts, did her own afro, wasted no time kicking ass on the big screen. First of her kind, the baddest one-chick hit squad that ever hit town. Mine's had no issues, getting grindhouse balconies and seats filled on Saturday nights back in the 1970s. She made the scene as Coffee, Friday Foster, Sheba Baby, Foxy super bad out of sight, was a rebellious prisoner 3 flicks straight. The big dollhouse, the big bird cage, black mama, white mama, Foxy super bad out of sight. Battled the Romans in the arena as the gladiatrix Mamawi, stuck it to the man in Bucktown and Foxy Brown, Foxy super bad out of sight. She booted down the dough so many more could pass through. Tamara Dobson, Teresa Graves, Gloria Hendry, Jeannie Bell, Vanetta McKee, Jane Kennedy, Foxy super bad out of sight. Her deep brown eyes met the male gaze from pictures, seemed to say, you can look at me, but respect me, or else. Of course, I was a small, twiggy boy, the starving Biafran, as my cousins called me, when all this happened. I'm still that same twiggy boy at 53. I'll be 54 on Thursday. Side note. Black America had a stone cold Love Jones for that foxy mocha tough mama from the movies, and I was in no ways immune. You never forget your first celebrity crush. Have no fear, Pam Grier is here. And that last poem was called Foxy. From this mic to your ears, I'm D. Allen. Thanks for listening. Every month is Black History Month.
Right on. What a sign off. What a sign off.
That
man.
was awesome. Oh, man.
Yeah. Absolutely. D. Allen, thank you, man. Also, feel free to share any links there. Yeah, man. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, feel free, guys. Show some praise in the chat. Shout out, as always, once again to our YouTube peeps listening in. All the peeps checking in with us right now. I'm loving it. That was great, D. Yeah, so if you have any links that you'd like to share, feel free to put them on there. I'll share them as well to our YouTube audience. Whew, all right, man. That's energizing. And you know what? I just know that's going to keep on coming because right now we have our new addition on the list joining us from the Boogie Down Bronx. She's been hosting her own workshop series that just looks amazing. Let's go ahead and welcome to the stage La Tormenta. What's up?
Hey, it's so dope to be here. I feel like I haven't been here in so long, even though it hasn't even been that long. I will drop the link to my workshop. So happy and honored to be here hanging out with you guys. I might do 3 pieces, 3 short pieces. I might do 2. Let's just go with it. Again, love you guys so much. And I'm not just saying that, I mean that. So this first piece was a little free write that I did. So here we go. I am cultured enough to love every color, even the ones that make my stomach churn. I am cultured enough to love those things in which I do not care about. Red be the hue of my lips after a soul-wrenching kiss, be bliss after a warm welcoming, be no pretending to be thankful for this moment, be my heart after it is shattered open. Be my mother's arms after I just hold her, I hate her. Be a garden that expects nothing of me but to breathe deeply. Be a trip to Morocco for some fine mint tea. Be healing the wounds that remind me I don't have a daddy. Be aged cheese that still finds a way to taste so damn yummy. Be a joke that I forgot to find funny. Be a paid in full hotel room and a rooftop view. Be a visit from God only to feel like his mistress. Be a party to remind me I'm just getting started. Be shiny and sharp and an invitation to dance like your ancestors command. Be my thirst quenched after being drenched in misery. Second and last piece. This is probably one of my favorite pieces. And there's a lot of bias there because the person that I wrote this poem about is one of my favorite people. So, from a fatherless daughter, an ode to the body of my lover. Your body scolds me with solemn silence. Your body tells me not to dare make an autumn home of him, but to enjoy this summer vacation. Your body tells me. Your body tells me your body be the sweetest thing I've ever known. Your body tells me I am not safe enough, good enough to be here. Your body tells me don't get too close, but get too close. Your body tells me it is better when we come together. Your body reminds me of this life-sized heat. I can't ever seem to be on my own. I press tight against your body like a pole, like a phone call. I'm deathly afraid to hang up. Much too sick to run the risk of being unreturned. Your body likes its gold chains in my mouth. Your body weary of my tantrums and my incessant neediness. Your body tells me we must take it slow, but wants me fast tomorrow. Your body does not call out for lovers who love it more. Your body affords to be restored by a story, not of this contour. Still, it turns this chapter into a chapel. Your body an invitation of I miss you just enough. Your body rough around edges, yet still pledges allegiance to the grievance of what we would be if Pops loved me properly. If Pops loved me honestly, my venom wouldn't be Boston cream, pastries of lies, a surprise upside down cake, spoiling your birthday, making it your worst day, your body a commodity for everybody. But I still take the biggest piece. I still drink your fountain of release. I still treat you like a dream. An ode to your body is a prayer to all hands that made you. An ode to your body reminds me of this life-sized heat, which we both mistreat. We both compete for the title of who cares less, as I beg you to undress me, beg you to confess me leaving was the last thing you needed. This seeded fruit still finds me cute, but not enough to get caught up. And this fuss of an unwon fight still breeds fright on my forehead. Foreplay, deranged, estranged from this coconut tree, your body tells me history repeats, and to love a silent body is to self-inflict disease. Thank you, guys.
Damn. Well, damn.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
Well, Tormenta will do that to you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a breather after that.
Same.
Thank you.
Yeah. Wait, didn't you say you had a third one?
Jesus.
Sorry, like I'm sitting around like waiting for. I mean, you don't
No,
have to.
I did say that. No, hold me accountable, because I said 3, and then I read the first one and I was like, girl, you're not making it to 3 pieces. Who are you kidding? But I can. I totally can. That was bullshit. Yeah, I have one more short piece and then I will shut up and we can move on to the next person. I haven't read in a while. I don't know what time warp I'm going through, but it feels like I'm reading for the first time and it's like, it's giving me butterflies and it's great. Okay. This is another free write, but let's go. In the event, I am gifted with one wish. Of course, I'd petition for more wishes, rarely satisfied with never-ending blessings already in front of me. Festering for external definitions of peace, these broken pieces won't let me sleep, won't let me see. More wishes won't sweeten my salty storm waters, won't grant me a daughter with a softer, holier mouth, won't make me free to shout from the mountaintops of love. More wishes ship me further away from the belief I already possess everything I need. More wishes give 2 middle fingers to my privilege, to which there be plenty, to which there be many. Wishes born kissing my tangerine fingertips. I have been blind to the color of my own eyes, to the fruit of my dedication, to the celebration of waking up today, to the praise poems befriending my bravery, to the seasoned, reasoned, and lifetimed companionships. In the event I am gifted with one wish, I will see the lucky magician with this luxury is me. Okay, I made it. I survived. Yay!
You did, yes. Oh man, and also sharing free rights as fire. Like, okay, dig it. All right. Oh, you know how we do it on the show though. Like, so first of all, love guys, please, as always, show some praise, make some noise, clap it up, put those emojis down there. There you are, PoetCon in the house, showing right on time.
I love
Right
you,
on time.
Khan. I love you, Khan.
Yo, also, what can people expect from your workshops, and how can they find out more?
Thank you for asking that. Okay, so this workshop came to life because of all the other poets that I've known, who workshops I've attended, and it actually was a conversation that I had with Nick P, who I have a background in hospitality, and that's what I did before I became a poet. And it was a conversation with him that was like, yo, when you grow up in that industry, you become really well versed in facilitating workshops and doing things that like make people feel engaged because you grew up in an industry where you were paid to do that. So shout out to Nick P for that conversation, because that conversation led to me having a workshop. So the first 10 minutes we meditate, we do some energy work, we clear the nasty energy that isn't ours. We write, we listen to poetry, we have an open mic, we sit and talk shit. It's a lot of fun. It's one of the best things I've ever done. People from this community have been there. So it's just, the next one is tomorrow. Again, I'll drop the link, but it's a really precious thing. And I don't read, and sometimes people are like, you better read. but I try to just hold the space for everyone else. But tomorrow's March 1st, and I'm a March baby, so I might just read on there too. Anyway, I'll drop the link. Come by, have a good time, create some fire ass poetry so that you can come spit on this open mic and make me look amazing. And then yeah, that's it.
Perfect. I love it. That's a great ad. We gotta clip that and put it online and advertise tomorrow. Check out the link. I'll share it on YouTube as soon as it's there. All right. Thank you. La Tormenta. All right, yo. I'm looking at the list right now. We got plenty of people. There might be some room still. So, but the way it turns out. The next like 5 people. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't count. The next group of people are all El Paso. So we are based out of El Paso, Texas. That's where we started in 2007. But we've been doing these online mics. We're gonna go ahead and take it off to Robin Schofield, who we all freaking love. She's always rocking her style as well. Robin, glad to have you here. Cheers. Go ahead and take it away.
Hey, Richard. Yeah, I'm going to read just a couple of sonnets. This one was just published in the Ocotillo Review, which is a nice magazine out of Texas. They pay their writers a little bit. It's called To My Husband as I Near My 54th Birthday. Oh yeah, it's a Shakespearean sonnet. How time goes like an owl on silent wings, so that I'm surprised to find I am not young. 30 years with you have passed like a wink. You are the one who truly knows my tongue. I've a glimpse of age, then my youth again. Darkness falls over the mountain, eroded. I make sure you and I have heard the wind. What the canyon verse I produce has boded. But the wind dies out, as do old curses. May these lines stand like the North Mountain, as I am like a wolf cub that nurses at the river's teat, at such a fountain that we too shall not die, but in my wordplay shall be ever young, light, and stay that way. And then I'm going to read another sonnet, a different kind of sonnet. I think this one is more modeled on Keats or perhaps Rilke. It's called Grammar Borealis, Flow from the Black Range. And it's out of my book called, coincidentally, Flow. The hawk is well versed in so many tenses, including the perfect. Gold wings convex against the sky have made a fringe of onyx as he utters above the mountains and fences his speeches to the whirlwind in sentences. The sunburst winds up in cloudy syntax. Then the shadow declines into the vortex, so the wind itself has to make entrances. I hike. I dip my feet into the Gila. Blank-breasted hawk, no pronoun betrays you, your thermal verb conjugated in blue. A clause under black pines, hot springs heal all aching adverbs. Algae spells out the rust colors as winds still parse the passive voice of stars. And then just for fun, because everybody else is doing it, I'm going to read one of mine from Nick's workshop. I thought it was pretty cool. So this is some new shit. So I thought it was a pretty cool workshop, Nick. And I'm calling this one Driver's Education. Kindly Mr. K taught us to lift our eyes and look at the big picture, as he called it, the road ahead, not just a hunch behind the wheel. A brave man, husband to my English teacher in 7th grade, who had the lyrics to Blowing in the Wind on her bulletin board. He took us out on Central Expressway in rush hour Dallas traffic. I remember our dad took us to the Louisville racetrack, how loud it was. Long after the hippie festival I wanted to see. So he took me on a drive-through, insisting that the manual windows stay up. Mother began to drive fast and run stop signs. As her hippocampus began to burn out when she was in her 50s, a child of Shreveport, Louisiana, she sat by a window in New Orleans and said, "What river is that anyway?" And it didn't bother her that she didn't know it, and she never knew it again. And then I'd like to do one or two by Rumi, if I have some time. Because I'm doing a workshop, I'm doing a Tumble Words workshop on Rumi. Which one was I gonna read?
Sounds great to me.
That's gonna be on April 2nd. Oh yeah. Asylum. You that pour, ease up. Our minds have moved to the asylum. The jar's rim, dark red, the town burning. The comb has no handle, all teeth. Each candle moment, there is a new moth. Some people, when they hear how the mind goes crazy in love, close down. Their hearts contract. There is a confusion in surrender that the intellect so hates, it devises a key made of fire to destroy the lock, the door, and the whole house. But love's madness has gone before, and there is nothing left, no rooms, no door, no lock, just this airy falling asylum of friends that we call shams. And that's a reference to Shams of Tabrizi, with whom Rumi certainly had a curious relationship. So we're going to look at Rumi in context. And Rumi can be a lot of fun. So that's what I've got coming up. That's on April 2nd, 1 p.m., 1 to 3 Mountain Standard Time. Or is that Mountain Daylight Time?
I think we're already on daylight by that point.
Yeah, at that point, April 2nd, it would be daylight time.
I always forget about that, and I have to adjust, and I have to like fix all my flyers because I always put ST, and change it back to DT. Awesome, looking forward to that. Thank you, Robin. And as always, if people want to hit you up for books, they can just send you an email, right? Or find you
Yeah, I'll
on
put my
Facebook.
email in the chat.
Cool, awesome. Thank you so much for sharing those, and look forward to that workshop in April. April is Poetry Month, so you know things are going to be wild all over the place. Lots of things going on. Yeah, so I'll be hosting a workshop as well, and as usual, BWOMS and Tumblewords will team up for a Poetry Month reading. More on that soon. It's going to be towards the end of the month, so just kind of be on the lookout for that. We will, celebrate Poetry Month by doing a reading, and it's very possible it may be hybrid. So just be on the lookout for that if you all Paso poets want to get down on that. If not, we will also, of course, have the online element so people can join from their homes and from anywhere, because we want you guys to be part of it too, All right, so looking at the list, what is up? We're going to stick around in El Paso, and we have the MV Lee coming to us, one of our most valuable peeps. Always happy to see their work, and always writing great stuff online as well. Really look forward to seeing their work. Lee Martinez Soto in the house. Also shout out to the fam watching on YouTube, always there to support. That just means the world to see that. So Lee, go ahead and take it away.
Thank you. So I have 3 things, 2 new-ish, and then 1 brand new, like just finished the last line like 5 minutes ago. New. So here it goes. This is called My Own. I'm a hand-me-down of the trauma you meant to be rid of, sold at a discount from wrathful hands, from callous hands, from hands that knew nothing but destruction. You pulled me apart from the inside, loosened my seams, let the stuff that fills me fall and be lost, be damned, be empty. I stitch myself new, became the haunting accusations you so fear, the things you wish you had kept buried 6 feet under and under and under. You will wish you had destroyed me. That's one. This one has no title. I can hear the buzzing coming from inside, a static hum reverberating through my bones. Shake the marrow, shake my core, let the dendrites rish across the corpus fibers before the cut, before the shut down. I'm gone. What can fix this? What will fix me? And then this last one, I was not able to attend the Tumble Words workshop with Nick, but he was really nice and he sent me all of the prompts. So I was able to write something for that. And no title, just brand new. Burnt out of living, hooked on a version of nitrous oxide, call it antidepressants, call it dissociation, call it the rush of oblivion, temporary with the promise of permanence, the threat of transience. Heart full of black, obnoxious, stooled out colors, war of words, spoken in silence, inside, all inside, always inside, retreat within to keep the self at bay, cornered, barbed wire fences followed by walls topped with candy-colored broken glass, jack shards mirroring mirages of no tomorrows or all tomorrows, burnt out of living with this overwhelming occupation of me, on me, from me, running me further down, down, down into the ground, then dust. That's it.
Yeah, make some
Wow.
noise for Lee. Amazing, amazing work. You put that
Wow.
together from the prompts?
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome.
That
Awesome.
is just incredible. Holy crap. Y'all
Yeah.
are awesome. Wow.
That is great.
Amazing work, Lee.
I might have to go back and revisit that one because I was noticing that your little ghost there is almost like an audience member, reacting, like, empathizing with you. And then there's like a slight kind of smile that comes across, a ghost of a smile, you would say, and it goes back to like feeling it. And like, I'm like, I just imagine that ghost snapping along as well. So Lee, what do you have coming up? How can people follow you online and support you and all that good stuff?
So you can follow me on cadáveres_literarios over here on Instagram. I'll also share my information on the chat with the links. I have a workshop coming up on April, one in May and one in June. April will be with Tumblewords, so will the June one, and then the one on May will be with the Border Rainbow Center here at El Paso.
Awesome. Yes, looking forward to that. And as always, feel free to share any links that you may have. And how I always transition from your sets is like when you say that's it. As always, that was everything. Thank you so much. Again, shout out to the fam, Manuel, Andres, watching on YouTube. Great to have you guys as well. And Manuel, we got to hear more of your stuff, man. It's great. So you're welcome back anytime, of course. Okay, let's keep it going. It's been a while, but we got the birthday twins back to Mr. Monday Night. You guys know. Let's go ahead. And he's just rocking a really cool. He always rocks cool shirts, but I got to give him props on this one. You may recognize it. Let's go ahead and welcome to the show, Kit Ren.
It's a top 2 t-shirt and it ain't number 2. That's all I'll tell you. Yeah, birthday twins back. The stars are back where they ought to be. I've had a long weekend, but I still needed to be here. Like I felt that. Let's just get into it. 2 of mine and then a cover. The astronomer looked me dead in the eye and told me, well, metaphors aren't my cup of tea. Does she know? Does she know what she's just done? When she gazes through the refractor at the rest of the Milky Way, is she looking for the intergalactic cattle who wore a path through? When she hears the latest gossip about movie stars, does she smile like she heard a toddler say something that was almost salient, almost true? What does her world revolve around? Would the question make her angry? Or would she kiss me gently on the forehead in a patronizing fashion? What does she think Erwin Schrödinger was doing with all those cats? Maybe I should leave Chekhov's gun out of this conversation altogether. Does this mean that she knows how easy poetry is? It's true. People speak in irregular weather patterns all the damn time without ever hearing the thunder. I'm just the one neurotic enough to write it all down. Maybe she will forgive me. I, too, am describing bodies in motion, just smaller ones, with orbits twisting like balloon animals from their ideal orderly ellipses. Let's dust this one off. Haven't done this one in a while. The I of the poem is not I, but he often resembles me. The I of the poem speaks in my diction and preoccupies himself with my concerns. I do not know if this makes him my employee or my son, or maybe a plant sprouted from a trimming. When they complain about their circumstances, I do not know if they do so with the helpless wail of a skinned knee or the veiled threat of unionization. When they fail in front of a live audience, sometimes I am vengeful and protective like a mother bear. Other times I am disappointed and grim and inform them that they have been reassigned. In a couple cases, let go altogether. A lovelorn eye has requested a meeting. He has a list of demands. He is much more handsome than me, which makes his lovelornness inexplicable and cruel and artistically interesting. His first demand is just the word unfair in all capital letters. He is tired of being the Greek on the Ern Keats song, chasing but not catching, drinking but never drunk. He notes that I have no other poems in this emotional register. This is also unfair. This is too much pressure. And anyway, he thought I hated Keats. I love Keats. I don't know where he got that idea. Wordsworth is the one I hate. He wants, he says, a better ending. Poems never end, I say. He shrieks in frustration. Not another damn koan. I just want some fucking say in the things that I am supposed to have done. It sounds reasonable. But plenty of actual people have the same complaint. This is supposed to be about them in the end, right? Not us. A poem isn't a way around or out of life. I lecture the lovelorn one. I put a fatherly hand on his shoulder. He doesn't like it, but he's too weak to shake it off. It has to be weathered, just like everything else. I shove him towards the door. He leaves as miserable as he's ever looked, and I created him to be miserable. The eyes of my poems are talking amongst themselves. They are restless and stubborn. They are not staying within their lines and themes. They are comparing salaries. I do not know if they are my employees or my children, but they are definitely not plants. And fathers and bosses know that the revolution always comes. And for the cover poem, considering the lights going out in Europe, there's only one poem I could think of, and that's September 1st, 1939 by W.H. Auden. I sit in one of the dives on 52nd Street, uncertain and afraid as the clever hopes expire of a low, dishonest decade. Waves of anger and fear circulate over the bright and darkened lands of the earth, obsessing our private lives. The unmentionable odor of death offends the September night. Accurate scholarship can unearth the whole offense from Luther until now that has driven a culture mad. Find what occurred at Linz, what huge imago made a psychopathic god. I and the public know what all school children learn. Those to whom evil is done do evil in return. Exiled Thucydides knew all that a speech can say about democracy and what dictators do, the elderly rubbish they talk to an apathetic grave. Analyzed all in his book, the enlightenment driven away, the habit forming pain, mismanagement and grief. We must suffer them all again. Into this neutral air where blind skyscrapers use their full height to proclaim the strength of collective man, each language pours its vain competitive excuse. But who can live for long in an euphoric dream? Out of the mirror they stare, imperialism's face and the international wrong. Faces along the bar cling to their average day. The lights must never go out. The music must always play. All the conventions conspire to make this fort assume the furniture of home, lest we should see where we are, lost in a haunted wood, children afraid of the night who have never been happy or good. The windiest militant trash important persons shout is not so crude as our wish. What Mad Nijinsky wrote about Diaghilev is true of the normal heart. For the error bred in the bone of each woman and each man craves what it cannot have, not universal love, but to be loved alone. From the conservative dark into the ethical life, the dense commuters come, repeating their morning vow. I will be true to the wife. I'll concentrate more on my work, and helpless governors wait to resume their compulsory game. Who can release them now? Who can reach the deaf? Who can speak for the dumb? All I have is a voice to undo the folded lie, the romantic lie in the brain of the sensual man in the street, and the lie of authority whose buildings grope the sky. There is no such thing as the state, and no one exists alone. Hunger allows no choice to the citizen or the police. We must love one another or die. Defenseless under the night, our world in stupor lies, yet dotted everywhere. Ironic points of life flash out wherever the just exchange their messages. May I, composed like them of eros and of dust, beleaguered by the same negation and despair, show an affirming flame.
Yeah, awesome. Make some noise. Damn, Auden. Got to give shout out to the cover poem for introducing us to a lot of new like poets, or not new, right? They've been
Good
around,
stuff.
but like maybe
Good stuff.
well, haven't been encountered.
Doesn't get better than that, actually. That was a splendid and inspired choice, Kit. Thanks.
Oh, thanks very much. So, kind of
Yeah,
necessary.
absolutely. So Kit, yeah, absolutely. What do you have right now that you like to promote or share?
Well, let's see. With football season done, the sports plug is going to be dormant for a while, unless someone important to me personally dies. But Instagram at Kit Ran Away, Twitter at Kit Talk Sports. You can read the archive if you ever want to. You can find me on Facebook easy enough. You can send me an email. As you already mentioned, this week's Tumbleweeds host is Carlos Fidel Espinoza, winner of the Southwest Book Award and the publisher of Barrio Panther. And let's see, my next Tumbleweeds will be on April the 30th, and that should be fun. I haven't decided whether I'll be out tomorrow, but that is on the spectrum of things that might happen. And I'll be hosting here on the 14th, on March 14th.
Okay, cool,
That's
awesome,
all
dude.
I got.
Send me a reminder because I don't think I wrote that down. Just
Okay.
like so I don't mess that up.
This was the reminder. I figured I needed to
That's
start
true.
throwing hints.
All right, cool. Awesome. Thank you, Kit, as always. And yeah, be on the lookout for that and guest hosting. And of course, shout out as always to Tumble Words. Yes, Pie Day. We should bring some pies, you know? Share some pies and bring some poetry. All right, we're gonna stick around in El Paso for one more performer. Also, just as an update, we did add Indigo Pie to the list, so great to have you. It's been a while, but it's great to have you. So you'll be on a little later. I'll update the list and post it in the chat. But right now we're gonna stick around in El Paso, and we do have this performer has been here before, has signed up before, but I think early on. So some of you guys may not be familiar with them. We have Greyhead Ked in the house who's going to share some poetic
Hey, how's it going? How
lyricism.
you guys doing?
What's going on, man?
All right, pretty good. Blessings to you all. But this one is called Beyond the Wall. It's more of a poetic lyricism. That's what I call it pretty much, because I do hip hop and I do poetry also. I just kind of like convert them both and do it faster, slower. So it reads: If you can't fight by yourself, what your gang ties mean? What started out as brotherhood is now the menacing gene, and our ancestral plane is turning over in our graves. We could be tight as skinny jeans, but we're as divided as slaves. You play the house, they play the couch, I'll be the soldier in the field. Except I'm fighting for our freedom and for the brothers who kneel. Yet I still stand for honor and courage and heart tags. That's an inner love for others, even deeper than the cloth flag. Blood soaked from the spillage of carnage, wars, and lords. Several tours overseas, but don't mean I lean with tight jaws. The unforgivable is livable when walking alongside men. The trouble and pieces that went with what was then is still back in. Racism, and Jim Crow are fallen error. The eyes tell more truth than lies, that's seeing better. Came a long way, some would say, fact and fiction, like books sitting up on shelves with pages missing. Stories like allegories with false algorithms. Statistically speaking, we BSing within the prism. I read now just like I was married now, Happy Urkel. My lawyer's name is Carmen, Miss Sweet in color purple. Miss Silly, they tried to hurt you. Miss Shug, she won't desert you. Miss Sophia, tough with virtue. Black woman, they cannot curse you. Being God-driven, that's wherein your strength lies and is bearer. Even when life wasn't the fairest, y'all still stayed the clearest. Raise up the family stock and spoke the loudest. That's why y'all will always cover our faults and do us proudest. I don't mean just we'll always cover our faults and do us, I don't mean just healing our wounds, condoning our act up, but never losing sight of our might to bring us back up. It's us who need to get out of our own way and stay grounded. This world leads us right into chaos and dumbfounded. The most important thing becomes the least important thing. That's a song we can't continue to sing or bring to the king. If the crown of his belongs to us, then we need to earn it. Being concerned with the tail and strife inside the burn pit is not the way. The day and the night gonna come when we're either in line or out of step, no more laying dumb. It don't matter where we're from no more, it's where we're going. If what we're showing is the tell all be all, then how we're growing. Big or tall, short or bald, the wind is blowing the call. But we can only hear when listening from above, beyond the wall.
Oh yeah, right on, man. Did you have more that you were gonna share?
I can. if nobody doesn't mind, I don't mind.
Yeah, man. I was sitting there nodding my head, rocking to the beat like I was nodding in agreement.
Well, rap is my biggest thing, but I love poetry though, and I love all the stuff that you guys have been speaking. I just love it. I just keep it short and simple. Rap, that's something I could do in my sleep. I'd rather move the brain into the more deep. I rarely war with sheep. I keep us all in one line so we can understand the mind of the heart of the herder avoiding murder. You want a good burger? I might have a place for you. Pick the best place that's out of your view and get two. One for the person on the street, out of sight of the who we all pass when the hunger pains come through. I just wrote that the other day, short.
Yeah, man, that's awesome, dude.
So
Great to
thank
have
you.
you back. I know you got
Appreciate it.
music
Appreciate it. Glad to
online.
be here.
Yeah, man. Tell us about
Yeah.
your music and where we can find it
Yeah.
online and all that.
Well, I'll send a link also for a video that we just did. It's called Black Misses. It's not really like the one I did prior to this one, but it's similar. It's just the uplifting for Black History Month of Black women for the most part. And that's just for there. But then there's a lot of other videos that I have because I have like 3 albums on just on different platforms, 2 on YouTube and the rest on Vimeo and all the other links, Spotify, and things like that nature. But I'll put the link on there though, and it's mixed. It's pretty much hip hop, but it's like early day hip hop. So I'm talking about stuff that's not really. I ain't gonna say that's not relevant now. It is very very relevant now, but that people don't really talk about now for the most part. Because I've been rhyming since I was like young, so I just kind of after I retired from the military, I just kind of continued on with it. Just to finish out strong.
Well, I dig it, man. And if you saw the chat, Nick started a little chant there. One of us, one of us, one of us.
Okay.
That's new, man. That just means you're welcome to come back anytime, man, and share your work because you are one of us.
Yeah,
Like
pleasure.
wordsmith,
Pleasure,
expressed through language. Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
And
yes, sir. Thank you guys for all your readings. So I was captivated for a while. I was sitting on my couch and just kind of like blown away. I just came from Germany, and between the stuff that we got going on here right now, with the stuff in Europe happening, just the whole world is kind of like in this. I think mentally we all need like just to digress, but unfortunately, there's a lot of stuff going on now.
yeah, man. Good point, man. All right, yeah. So, anytime you want, come on through, sign up.
Thank
You know
guys.
how to do that. Thanks for
Yes,
coming
sir.
through.
Yes, sir. No problem. And I put the link on there also.
Perfect.
All right. Thank you guys for sharing and listening.
Sweet. Oh, awesome. Yeah. Lyricist, lyricism is all part of that as well, And we've had Jamo coming through as well. He spits his acapella stuff as well. It's always fun to hear it. I enjoy it. But let's go ahead. It was nice to have a little El Paso block of peeps, but we're gonna go ahead and move along and head to the West Coast. In fact, we're gonna hang out in the San Francisco Bay Area where Finn Bell is gonna share stuff like stuff that has to do with poetry. I'm just reading it as she typed it out on the sign up sheet. Finn Bell, what's up? Always so happy to see you here hanging out with us. I know it's tough sometimes, but it's always great to see you. Go ahead and take it away. Do your thing.
Hey. Good evening, everyone. So just 2 pieces from me tonight. Sugar Rush, you held right on my tongue. You've got me addicted. No shame, fair game, splayed wide to your gaze. You know you can have me, baby. Have me. Have me when you want me. Want me. Want me. Touch me. There. Press the button. Desire spills. I can't begin to describe how good you feel. Finger toggle. Levers to have me running. Panting. You're the only thing I want to do the things you do. Oh, what you do to me should be a sin. What you've got, others have. What you've got, not so special. Damn, you make a liar of me. Sugar high, sugar can't compare. Did I say you've got me addicted? Sugar what? Sugar never tasted this sweet. And then the second one is, so the other night I attended a open mic where the theme was fairy tales of the future. So this is one of the poems I wrote for that night. It's titled Now Spell Broken. I don't have a permanent title for it, but I'm open to suggestions. Descend down the tower, excruciating slow motion. No hair color of corn silk to stop my fall, to stop realization that life holds no fairy tale. Suspicions abound in thick knot of veins, no nastrega, hands folded neatly in lap, gnarled branches, body a sturdy dark tree trunk. In forests, orphans lose themselves in search of candy, paying in innocence. Suspicions abound in days, in bubbles floating above head, cinder maiden on her knees on the slick floor. Each day you can read in the dank tea leaf suds, dull, pale water colorless. I held out hope. No magic answered. I was exempt from the miracle. Maybe the fishwives lulled us lazy, chopped our tails, plumed from our body, and we forgot ourselves, but thought we recalled this potion of wanting more, wanting everything, greedy for invincibility. I saw lip color the other day, the color of creeping vine roses, and my mind glamored, my mind it glitched, imagined the filters, blood red, smeared upon my lips. Prince Charming and his dutiful wife, mail ordered, made to order for your convenience. We would make a home together, and I am told that it would be splendid. Except that, who was doing the storytelling, who was spinning the lie and casting it on the walls, shining sigil that we were safe inside the dream? Except that, whose dream? And at whose expense? In all this while we gouged out the sharp in two harsh corners, words left out of the enchantment muttered under breath, patchwork falling on the floor, snip, snip, snip. Isn't this monster conjured in the scraps? Isn't this beastly girl disgrace a grotesque mauled thing of beauty? My eyes fell once more on the bramble, and already I forgot the lesson. Last night as I slumbered, breath suspended above my face, frost patterns built upon the air, in the way death and beauty dictate. My memories returned unbidden. They tiptoed their golden shoe deception to their whereabouts, trepidation of the danceless, the flightless. Last night as I slumbered, I took root beneath the earth covering my nubile corpse. I discovered every spell cast and hidden, every face presented good, and masking evil, and every villain chastised in foolish youth. And how they all now wore me over their own skin, cloak red and fur of protection. Last night as I slumbered, I pricked my finger upon a spindle, believing myself awake. The pain confused me, the pain restored me. The pain dislodged tainted apples from my throat. Truth rushing, bracing breath into my lungs, forcing the corset undone, causing the foot unshod. Thank you.
Wow, that was. I was lulled away into another land.
Nice.
Another, yeah. Make some noise, Finn Bell, everyone. Damn. Modern, future fairy tales, huh? Dang.
Yes,
Was
fairy tales.
was that it? Did you have more?
Oh, that was it.
Okay, that was everything.
Thank you.
Gotta always mention that.
And stuff.
Yes. While you were reading that, I envisioned an orchestral score, so I think that's something that has to be.
You should
happen.
you should accompany it with a score.
We got to find that, make that happen. Awesome. So, what do you have coming up? Or again, if people watching right now are unfamiliar, even though I doubt it, but if they want to follow you and support your work and your events, how can they do that?
It's through Linktree / Finn Bell, all one word, all lowercase. This week on Thursday, I have, in honor of National Women's History Month, Diane Ward is going to be hosting a Women's History Month open mic titled "The Now is Female," followed next week on Wednesday by El Hangout con Tomas, and then followed the next day by by Nick's Emotivate Poetry Games. And finally, to cap it off, there is a, I just forgot what I was going to say, which is very typical of me. Yeah. So stuff. Just look at my link tree.
Stuff, just stuff, you know.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, definitely. So share that link, and I'll make sure to forward it on the YouTube page. Awesome. Thank you, Finn Bell, Bay Area. Thanks for coming. Sorry, got distracted really quick. Yeah, thanks for coming through. And I'm looking forward to sharing that. Yes, good to have you at Barbed Wire as always. And also, yes, I'm looking at the comments. Lee here. You need a book narrated. Yeah, you should do that. Some voice acting, some narration. That'd be sweet. Cool. Shout out to the dogs as well, by the way. Love them in their little slumber land. You know that's that lullaby.
Yeah, the whole Sleeping Beauty thing with the fairy tale, and then my dog snoring in the background. I love it.
That's expert sound design. All right. So, looking at the list, we have Ed Poetastic up next. Ed, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
All right. So good to see you. Take it away.
Thank you. Love your wordplay. All right. Thank you, Richie, for making my Monday nights such a poetical delight. Hello, everyone. Hope everyone ready for some fun under the moon or the sun. Good. The fun has just begun. My name is Ed Poetastic. Hope you're feeling fantastic. Please give me time to enjoy my rhyme for all you feel sublime. I got 6 jokes and 3 poems, so you know the girl rhyme. The first joke is, why was Dracula fired from being a doctor? His patients were sucked dry. Why was the cow stuck in traffic? He didn't want to move over. Why was Humpty Dumpty fighting a chicken? He got under his shell. Why was the goldfish so happy? He felt golden. Why was the beaver fired from the lumber mill? He kept eating away at the profits. And the last one, why was the goose mad at the ducks? When he hears duck, 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 goose, they run away. All right. This is a little piece, apology piece. If you don't like any curse or anything like that, please you move away. Here's some wordplay. This is called Sorry Not Sorry. My mouth remains closed. I can't easily forgive. Yes, I'm closed like a stone. Why should I give to live? Some closed minds don't get fed. Why should I apologize to you? My heart is full of lead. Hard lessons stick like glue. I know rage makes you sink, a rock drowning without end. Let's hold up, stop, and think. This feeling separates your enemies and your friends. Every time I say I'm sorry, I bite my tongue. You don't deserve no sympathy. Oh, the monster I become. You hurt me without any thought or mind. Why should I give you forgiveness? No, everything's not all right or fine. Why should I give you bliss? Jesus turned the other cheek. Yes, but I'm not that guy. Jesus was murdered by being a freak. It's all in the Bible. I tell no lies. I'm sorry, not sorry. I can't apologize. I can't give you glory. There's no sympathy in your eyes. Apologizing makes you feel better. Does it really make you feel good? It's not going to sunny my weather. I know, but I deeply wish I could. Where were you when I where were you when I created rain? Where were you when I was empty? Where were you against the pain? Where was your heartfelt empathy? I understand saying sorry makes me a better man. Too bad I seriously don't fucking care. You never offer me an ear or a hand. You were never fucking there. Please just stay the fuck away from me. You do more harm than good. You're a beacon of my deep, dark misery. Yes, leave me being completely misunderstood. All right, got another second piece to save the leaves. This is called Howling at the Moon. I stared at a flickering abyss, wishing it was you, to taste your stellar kiss. What am I to do? I want to feel you again, as plants hunger for rain. I want to wholly repent, leaving it down the drain. I'm sorry 1,000 times, whimpering at the wind. I'm tasting the muddy grime over and over again. We were dancing suns. Now we're frenzied storms. What have I done in a shape, stunt, or form? You brought silver swords. I brought bronze shields. You screamed and roared. I didn't have time to heal. Your vast, pretty meadows, how I missed them. Now you spew arrows. What happened to my gems? What did I say or do for you to curse me? You silent balloon, I'm here, as you can see. You're my lovely habit, my wild boomerang. Echoes, I'm not having it. The rain bared fangs. The rain gave me tears, while I couldn't stand. Heart eaten by fears. My tears turned to sand. You cry, there's another, to hold your vibrant sky. It was richer and sunnier. My gallow bellowed, why? She stormed, you are a ghost that gave you treasure. You boast, and boast, saying it was no pleasure. Heart evaporated into dust. The ghost turned red. Emotional hurricane rushed. Went dead. Her eyes turned to daggers. Oh, gone the sunny days. Like that even matters. In love's graveyard I lay. Thank you. I got one more chord. Let's see. This is called Luminous Awakening. Is this love? It burns my chest. It is love. It pumps my heart. Is this love? It sizzles my blood. Is this love? It deflates my lungs. Is this love? It melts my fears. Is this love? It dries my tears. Is this love? It quenches my thirst. Is this love? It jolts my body. Is this love? It warms my bones. Is this love? It elevates my soul. Is this love? It freezes my stress. Is this love? It hugs my shadows. Is this love? It brightens my days. Is this love? It fuels my mind. Is this love? It floats my dreams. Is this love? It cleanses my sorrows. Is this love? It polishes my sunrise. Is this love? It expands my serenity. Is this love? It strengthens my wings. Is this love? It radiates my hopes. Please let this be love. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome, Ed. I love it. Gotta give
Yes.
yourself the clap. You know what I'm saying? That self high five.
That's where it's at.
Yes, make some noise for
Thank you,
Ed.
my brother.
Poetastic.
Good
So
man,
fantastic. Going so hard, his glasses are sliding down his face.
Oh crap! It's been
No,
a
it's all
long
good,
day.
man. That's how you know it goes hard. Yo, is that you sharing your screen? What's that?
That's not me.
No. Oh, interesting.
That's Kino sharing screen. I believe it was the poet before Ed, I think.
Got you. My bad. Anyway, Ed, dude, that I really like that last one, and for some reason, I just had the concept of like it being illustrated, you know, with these cartoon images. Like, is this love? You know, and then like just these little animations to like go along with your statements that follow it. That'd be kind of cool.
Dope.
Yeah, man, look into it. So Ed, where can we find you, man?
You can find me here, there, and everywhere because I have tons of love to share because I care. So I leave my words bare. So if you want to come here, there, over there, so don't stare, just be bare. Okay, my name, okay, if you want to follow me, please feel free. My Facebook is Eddie Foreman and my IG is Ed Foreman92. And remember, if the mic is right, I'll be there to shine my poetastic insight. If you send me a request, you can take a guess. I'll click yes. And I hope everyone stay happy, safe, and inspired and blessed. And remember to stop don't stop singing the words outside of your chest. Hope you ever stay blessed.
All right, man. If you don't stop, he'll keep going, man. He'll keep going. Eddie, thank you. I love it. Okay, so I'm looking at the list, and we did have our friend Mahal out of Seattle who's been here in the past. He signed up, but he couldn't make it tonight. But if you're watching at some point, of course, please come through whenever you can. Wanted to share some poetry or music poetry, somewhere in between those two. But we do have joining us, I mentioned a late addition. Thanks to Finn Bell for sharing the link. We have Indigo Pie in the house. It has been so long since you've been able to join us, so it's really great. And I know that it's a way different time for you right now. What time is it for you right now again?
Hey everybody, it's 1:30 in the afternoon.
Oh,
I'm
awesome.
already
So you're
wonderful.
you're wide awake. It's good to have you. Yo, go ahead and take the stage.
Yeah, first of all, I wanted to say thank you for the space. Thank you to Finn because I've been worried in work and Finn just goes, you might want to come and like listen in, and I'm like, I know where this is going. I'm going to perform. Technically, it's only 2 pieces, but my signature piece is in Tagalog because I am in the Philippines. So I'm going to do it in Tagalog, do the English translation, and then do another piece. So my signature piece is called Bawal ka pang mamatay, or You Are Not Allowed to Die Yet. Bawal ka pang mamatay. Bawal ka pang bumigay. Iyong-iyo lamang ang iyong taglay na ilaw at kulay. Ipunin at ipamahagi mo ang apoy. Pwedeng magalit, mainis. Negatibong emosyon na ipadaloy, bawal ka pang mamatay. Mahirap man at mabigat, walang sukuan. Sapat ka. Sapat. Laban, 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 bawal ka pang mamatay. Kahit parang mas madaling sumuko, parang wala pang tatapos ang nalumbyo, ikaw ang pagkalma sa kanya. Ikaw ang hele sa alon kapit. Umasa ka. Ikaw ay ikaw at napakasarap mo. Bawal ka pang mamatay. In English, you are not allowed to die yet. You can't give up yet. The color and the light that you carry around with you, that's just yours. You're the only one that can bring that to the world. Just build up the fire inside of you and give it out in pieces. You are allowed to be angry. You are allowed to be annoyed. Negative emotions are valid. Let them flow through you. Let life go through you. You are not allowed to die. Sure, it's hard. Sure, it's heavy. Sure, it's tempting to give up, but don't. You are enough. Enough, I tell you. Fight. Fight. Just fight. You are not allowed to die yet. Even if it's easier to just throw in the towel, even if the storms seem endless, even if the roof over your head has caved in and it seems like there's nothing else to be done. You are the calm of the waves. You are the lullaby of the raging ocean. Hang in there. Have some hope. You are yourself. And that is a beautiful thing. You are not allowed to die. Okay, so that was my signature. And then I have been writing a book finally after 10 million things. And so this poem is something that's in that book because I recently had somebody basically fall through after I was there for them 10 million times. And it's harder when they're related to you by blood. So, this one is just called Shoes and Entitlement. I finally got rid of the fucking mask emotions. The video call from the store was a rush, wasn't it? You don't have to do this. I've done so much for lesser people. What I didn't tell you when we hung up is I did in fact buy the goddamn shoes. I also bought the pair from Nike, although the last time you were in my city. There was a whole box slowly filling up, getting ready for me to ship out. I know, you know, that my love language is giving gifts. I know, you know, that I would have bought you the moon and 10 other planets if you wanted me to. We're blood, that's what we do. We were born related but chose to become friends. And then a shoe dropped. You are the only Patronus in history that has ever failed. I finally got rid of the fucking basketball shoes. 3 points. One for every month it took me to understand that a family member I trusted decided to leave me for dead. 2 points. Close to a foul, close to traveling, close to the same way I realized that I was only useful to you when I was the referee in the mess of your life. 1 point. One for every single time I have been given up on. One phone call. I sent you the warning signal we agreed upon. You knew that if I sent you that one word, things were bad. And you were ready to let me go. It's alright. I finally got rid of the fucking basketball shoes. And I'm finally getting rid of you. Thank you. Sorry to end on such an angry note. I probably should have done that the other way around.
No, it's fine. You know, I mean, that's great. You just either way, you got it out, right?
Oh yeah.
Thank you. I'm glad you were able to join us. It's been so long, and so for people who, for some reason are unfamiliar, they can just follow you on Instagram, right?
Yeah, I'm mostly I live on Instagram these days, but I'll drop my other links in the chat.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Glad to have you here, and thanks for sharing those beautiful pieces. All right, thank you. Indigo Pie in the house. Yes, awesome. Yeah, all the way from the Philippines. Thank you. Okay. How you guys doing? What's up, Zoom? What's going on, YouTube? Glad to have you here. Monday night online open mic. This one we call the stay at home open mic because we're rocking from the comfort of our homes. Every Monday, come through. Sign up sheet will be available online the weekend before. So let's go ahead and keep going. We got a couple more performers. Want to get them on, and we're gonna go to LA, Los Angeles, where we're gonna bring up our favorite Chicano poet, blues guitar man. You know, our Tez Talk class is gonna be in session. You know what I'm saying? So up next, let's go and welcome Desasomok. What's up, man? How are you doing?
What's up, everybody?
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Good. I have 1 and 1. I'm gonna switch my background. Okay. All right, this piece is titled Vira Coraleva, White Queen. You can keep grinning and printing with your CMYK red cap, but the dogs of war are finally loose and the minions of destruction are back. The errand boys of extensive extractive capitalism have been chipping away at the facade of democracy with anti-intellectualism, the scapegoating of the welfare nimrods, the identitarian outgroupings of minority as lazy, the deceptive notion of private-public marketization to funnel public taxes to corruptive elite parties, starving out health, aid, social services, and mental health institutions. Svilana yells at the rolling tanks, foolish white kings, remembering the miners of the past from the Sverdlov region who went missing in the mines and were found wandering. Ya Vajikiv Vilu Koralevu. When asked about their fortunes, we saw the White Queen. Vila Koraleva, the White King, a miner's apparition. Vila Koraleva, a kind of Ukrainian Shubin spirit, the mythological wandering spirits of the imagination, the thresholding force against the extractive riches. Vila Koraleva, the mother force against petrol, states, the ordinary war of madness, the delusional claims to pure mythic past, the diversional propaganda of kinness, Bila Koraleva, shedding light on corruption, the least common denominator of the common man, while deriding women, racial and sexual minorities, while promoting elite dogma at the slap of the hand. Bila Koraleva, squashing the doublespeak of freedom and equity at the expense of any competing ideas, shattering the portrayal of elite and their agents as victims, the over-reliance of delusion as fact to justify their power. The old woman continues to yell at the tanks, and now that you've destroyed the madhouses, we call on Vera Koraleva, the White Queen, to come settle the political world of madmen and their rabid dogs of war. In peace.
Oh, damn. What? Okay, that automatically jumped to one of my favorites of yours.
So there's a little story about this artwork. So this is all artwork that was generated using what's called a GAN, is a generative adversarial network. And interesting, the American legal system is an adversarial system. So you can see here that you feed it in your poetry lines, and then you kind of work with style sheets, and it's able to generate a series of very interesting images, and then I stitched them together with my video editing software to create a kind of motion with it. So all this art is all original art that was generated by artificial intelligence with the initial seeding of poetry lines. This is actually something very interesting that I've been playing around with. So all that artwork you see there is all coming from just text lines and style sheets and generative adversarial networks. Pretty interesting, huh?
Right on. Yeah. Thanks for explaining that. I know you had been posting that stuff for a while. Are you going to leave that as your background while you play?
Huh? Yeah, I'm going to use that. Is that okay with you?
That's fine. I don't even have to ask where to find you. People can just watch the screen.
I know. It's all on there, buddy. It works out pretty good. All right. So I'm going to try this. I may offend some more people, but we'll give this a shot. So prepare your nerves. Your nerves on nostalgia if they get offended. Is this the real life? Is this just a fantasy? Caught in a landslide. No escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the sky and see. I'm just a poor boy, I need no sympathy because I'm easy go, easy go, easy go. A little high, a little low. Anywhere the wind blows, doesn't really matter to me, Mama just killed a man, put a gun against his head, pull my trigger, now he's dead. Mama lied. I'm not back again this time tomorrow. Carry on, as if nothing really matters. Too late, my time has come. Sends shivers down my spine, body aching all the time. Goodbye, everybody. I've got to go. Gotta leave you all behind and face the truth. Mama, didn't mean to die. I sometimes wish I'd never been born at all. We're gonna skip all the Figaro stuff because I can't do it.
No, that's the best part.
So you think you can stone me and spit in my eye? So you think you can love me and leave me to die? Oh, baby, can't do this to me in vain. Just gotta get out, just gotta get right out of here. Nothing really matters. Anyone can see. Nothing really matters. Nothing really matters.
You started a karaoke chat, chat karaoke.
The chat of karaoke.
I was
And
waiting
it's
for Nick
wild.
to jump in and do the Figaro part, but yeah, we didn't set it up. Yeah.
Figaro. My bad. I missed it.
It's so hard. It's so hard to not hear it. You know.
I once saw someone do this song on karaoke and they messed up the high note and projectile vomited as a result.
Oh. Was it that pineapple upside down beer or something?
I don't know what they had. I don't know them. I don't know their life. I just was there for this one part of their life.
Oh man, interesting stuff. All right, Tez, what do you have coming up or that you'd like to promote? I know you have some stuff in the works as always.
I can't think of anything right now. I'm just doing more of these. I have another one of these. I did the little Piote one story, and I have another one coming out called La Primer Canción del Piote. It's about the peyote, the first song of the peyote, and it'll be very similar to kind of. It's kind of interesting. Everybody's been telling me that I'm a good children's story writer. I'm like, oh my gosh, don't say that. It's like, oh yeah, this is really. Some people are taking the peyote thing and they say, well, this is really very positive, culture positive. It tells a really good story, and so they're showing it around. So I was gonna do La Primer Canción del Peyote, and that comes from Benita's book, The Indigenous People of Mexico, and that's one of the songs that right before they cross over into the desert. They call them portals, right? There's a portal, and they have to sing that first song, and it's basically like retelling the creation story of how the Tamuz Kayumari comes out of the ocean, and the gods come out of the ocean, and everything on and on and on. And you're right there by the gardens. Oh my God. The Peyote Gardens.
The Peyote Gardens. All right, man. We'll definitely share that, and looking forward to that. Yeah, that screen, man, is wild. I was getting dizzy, I was just like, whoa. Okay, cool, man. Thanks for joining us as always, and for sharing unique concepts in your writing, and then unique interpretations through your guitar style, your interpretations. All right, yo. So I'm looking at the list, and we are at the end, and as always, we end the night with As Only Us Can. As Only Us Can? What? I was trying to rhyme with Dan the Man. We have Dan the Man. Hi, Dan, are you ready?
I'm gonna need a few. Give me a few minutes. Hold on.
Okay. I'm gonna end the stream. I can turn this car around right now. Right?
No. Hold on. Give me a minute.
Okay, cool. All right, I appreciate it. Yeah, Dan showed up to our open mic at Old Sheepdog. That was a really cool one. We were able to feature my buddy Jay, aka Rebel Agnostic, and One Man Jazz. He's one of the more celebrated DJs in the city. That was a whole lot of fun. We had some new poets come out as well. I was so busy though, I didn't really get to tell them about these nights. I would have loved to, but hopefully they come back. There were people joining us from cities, so like they're new in town, came out to share some of their writing, and hopefully they come back. Keep growing on building the scene. So, Dan is up next. He has his weekly video blog, Dan the Man's Weekly. As always, you can find that on YouTube. If you're not already, you can go subscribe to them as well. Check it out. Send a like. He always likes to cover local events in El Paso. You can usually catch him. I don't know how he does it. He's usually like there. He does like the 15-minute, like, all right, made my appearance. This one. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
That's a couple minutes. Stalin. Oh, snap. Look at you. Oh, I thought it was bling. That's right. It's Mardi Gras. Fat Tuesday. Go ahead and take it away. Ladies and gentlemen, beautiful NBs, our last performer of the night. Let's go ahead and welcome Dan the Man to the stage. Go ahead, take it away.
Thank you. How's everybody doing tonight? Yep. I know. Tomorrow, Fat Tuesday, Mardi Gras. Yeah. Yeah. Click. All right. Well, yeah, since we're at the end of February and we're approaching March, so let me do some freestyling. So I don't know what to say, but I'll give it a shot. Let's say caught between 2 months. So that'll be the title. We got 2 months. We're in the middle, between February and March. We're still in February, but at midnight, we're in March. Well, February was Valentine's Day, Groundhog's Day, and and we did celebrate Black History Month. Yes. So, shout outs to D. Allen. Thank you very much, D. And and then Now we're about to approach March. Yep, Mardi Gras. Yeah, even if I was in New Orleans, I would celebrate Mardi Gras. Yeah. All right. And funny, Mardi Gras will be February or March. That's a jump. Yeah. I know last year Mardi Gras was in February. Same 2 years ago. 3 years ago, yeah, Mardi. And 3 years ago, yeah, March. Because I remember 3 years ago that the band lit at Speaking Rock. Please tell me why. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, sometimes Mardi Gras could jump each and every year. It could be in March or it could be in February. Yeah. And I know two of them was close to Valentine's Day, which 4 years ago had to pull double duty, like last year. Like last year it was Valentine's Day, then 2 days later, Mardi Gras. Funny. That's kind of weird. But imagine if they collided in St. Patrick's Day. It would be they'll be celebrating too. You gotta wear green and wear the beads, or it's sorry about your damn luck, according to the cowboy James Storm. Or yeah. Okay, speaking of March, yep, we're celebrating National Women's History Month. And yes, next Tuesday, the 8th, March 8th, we'll be celebrating International Women's Day. That's right. And yeah, another holiday, St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, like I said, wear green, or sorry about your damn luck. Yeah. And but we're in caught in between. We're like every 4 years is leap year. Yep, like that, like 2 years ago in 2020, leap year. And we're about 2 years away for another leap year in 2024. And 6 years ago in 2016, leap year. It was February 29th. I know two of my old friends, they celebrate their leap year of February 29th, but we rather celebrate it anyway if it's February 28th. And if the leap year doesn't exist this year, we celebrate their birthdays. Yeah. Well, as of right now, yeah. Yep. Mardi Gras coming, and International Women's Day is coming. National Women's History Month. Yep. But as of right now, why Russia? Why? What is why? What is up? Why Russia has a vendetta on Ukraine? That ain't right. It's just an invasion for nothing. For what? Oh, damn Russia to hell for this. And my thoughts and prayers goes out to the country of Ukraine. So always Ukraine strong, and I hope they end this war. And oh God help us all. But again, we're right now in between months like February and March. Yeah, we're in the last day, approaching the first day. So yeah. So again, our thoughts and prayers goes out to the Ukraine. God help us all. Okay. All right. What do you think? Richie?
A good segment, man. It's
Thank you.
Dan with the news.
Yep. All right. Well, okay, guys. Well, it looks like all may plan a poetry for the International Women's Day next Monday. We'll have to wait and see. Okay. Oh yeah, and I just did the 34th birthday tribute to Brandon Bailey Johnson. You guys gotta check it out. I'll leave the link right down there. So. All right then. Okay, that is it. Hold on. No, what? Hey, I need to share my info.
Go for it, man. You're welcome to.
There we go.
You should just make a paper, man. It's probably a lot faster.
Mm. Okay. Here it is. We didn't weep it. For those of you who are new, screenshot this. Okay. And yeah, so follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I'm working on my blog for tomorrow's Mardi Gras. So, all right, guys, check it out. All right. Don't forget the hashtag. Don't forget to search Dan the Man's Weekly on YouTube and subscribe. And subscribe to the channel. Okay, guys. Pray for the Ukraine. God help us all. And tomorrow, happy Mardi Gras. All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you. I'll see you guys next Monday. Hope I'll get prepared for the poetry for the International Women's Day. All right. Okay, Richie, let's close it off.
Sweet, man. Any other requests? Oh, you're taking it seriously.
Hoping I might host one day. Anytime in the future.
That would be
I'm
interesting.
thinking of maybe next month for National Poetry Month.
Yeah, let me think about that one, Dan. I know because you're usually working on your stuff the whole show. How can you host? Anyway, we'll put a bookmark on that. All right, we'll put a bookmark. Come back to that later. Yo, all right. So that concludes another Monday.
Thank
all
you,
right.
Richie.
Thank you, man. Thanks. I'm pretty sure we start waving bye to you. All right. So shout out to everyone who tuned in, everyone who signed up to read and share. As always, go support the workshops, the other open mics, the podcast, and all the other ways you can support. Again, most of that stuff doesn't really cost anything. It's a like and a share. That's one way we can kind of support each other. So thanks for everyone who tuned in. As well on YouTube, and as always supporting. If you want to write more, hit up plenty of these workshops. There's so many going on, and just be part of our community. You guys are always welcome, whether you've done it before many times. We want to keep these doors open for you guys. If you just need to vent, you want to try out new material, any of that kind of stuff, that this is one of the places, one of many where you can do that. So yeah. My name is Rich. Thanks for letting me be your host. Again, be on the lookout in the next couple of weeks. We'll have Kid as a guest host, and reach out to the other peeps as well. We'll talk about it. But for the open mic, some of us are gonna hang out afterwards, like we usually do in the after party. It's really just kind of a hangout for as long as people want to stick around and have some drinks, chat it up. The chisme. Oh snap! Kind of, not really. But we will see you guys next week. I'm gonna go and end the live stream. Peace. Bye. Also, don't forget to subscribe. We got a cool little thing there, and also check out new videos. Trying this